OK， so 看答案呢 ，free body diagram， 从你的 free body diagram 画你的 vector diagram。OK， 我们做 vector addition。So 我们画一个 triangle，start with 30。join 去你的20 ，join 它的尾巴 ，OK， 所以20这样子，你可以把 imagine 你把这个20推去这边，这边 ，OK， 这个是你的20，所以你的 angle 这里是130 ，OK， 因为如果我 extend， 这里是50，然后这里是130。呀，所以这里是130到这边 ，starting ending OK draw your resultant here to here FR first find the magnitude of the resultant I'm going to use cosine rule C square 等于 A square 加 B square 减 2AB cos C。OK， 这个是20嘛，是不是 ？OK， 那我要找的是什么？我要找的是 resultant force 吗 ？FR， 所以我把这个 side 当做我的 C。如果我的这个 side 是 C， 这样它对面的那个 angle 啊 ，opposite 呢就是 capital C。这两个 side 30跟20，他们可以其中一个做 A 都可以 ，OK， 都是一样的。你可以把这个做 A 或者这个做 A 都可以的，最重要是那个 C。OK，let's say 我用这个做 A， 这样它的对面是哪里？它的对面的 angle 在哪里 ？OK， 这个 side 它对面的 angle 是这边，对不对？这个是 A。这个做 B， 它对面的 angle 这里就是你的 capital B。OK， 先 label 全部 side 先 ，label 完了，我们就放进那个 formula。So C square, okay, C square equals to 30 square plus 20 square minus 230 20 cos 130. Okay, yeah, you should get 45.51 or 56, the same thing, 551 Newton. That is C, right? So 你的 C FR 就是45.51。现在我要找的 angle， 我要找我的 angle。你要选哪一个 angle？ 你要找 B 还是你要找 A？ 我找 B， 为什么？因为比较容易 label。你看，如果我找到我的 resultant force， 这里就是那个 vector 30嘛，对吗 ？OK， 所以我要知道它多少 angle from 这个 vector 30，所以我找 B。Because this is the same vector. So 你用你的 sine rule， now sine rule A over sine A 等于 B over sine B C over sine C。OK， 这样用这个，你只需要用2个罢了的，你不用用3个的 A B C 啊，你只需要选2个罢了。我的意思是很像，比如说你选 A B 或者 B C 或者 A C。OK 啊，那怎样知道要选哪一个？你先看你要找哪一个 angle 先。你要找的是这个 B 对吗？你知道 B 小 b 是20，所以我要用 B over sin B。OK， 这个是我要找的，这个是我已经知道了的 value。接下来我要选的另外的那个呢，是一定要我知道的 value 啊，你不可以选，不然你就多一个 unknown 了咯。OK，so 等于我可以选 A 吗 ？A 我知道这个是30，可是 angle 我没有啊，对不对 ？angle 我没有，所以我没有的选 A 咯，我只可以选什么 C 咯 C over sin C。因为这个我知道，这个我也是知道吗 ？OK，OK，so 20 sin B 等于45.51 sin 130。你的 B 应该是19.67。This is the answer. Label it. It is going in this direction. Roughly lah, roughly here. Then you label the angle. 19.67 and with a force of 45.51. That is the resultant force. Is this a balanced system? Not a balanced system. Is there an acceleration? Yes, there's an acceleration. OK， now 我们还有半个钟。OK， 我讲埋它啊。最后一个也是找 resultant force。So 之前我们 discuss 了的全部都是找 resultant force 对吗？一个是拿到 right angle triangle。OK， 我这边写下来啊。我们 revise 一点啊 ，recap。OK，just recap a bit. First is you get a right angle triangle by adding up the forces, right? Adding up the vector. So you can use Sauchatua and you can use Pythagoras. Second is when you get a not 90-degree triangle. How do we solve it? We solve it using the sine rule and the cosine rule. This one. Number 3 is when you are dealing with many forces. Like 3 forces or 4 forces or even 5. Many forces acting on one single object. You cannot use number 1 and number 2. Why? Because if you have 3 forces, how do you draw a triangle? Right? You cannot draw a triangle. So if you cannot draw a triangle, you cannot solve it using the triangle stuff, the rules. So there's only one way to solve it if you have many forces. What is the way? Okay, I'm going to show you here. Now, let me erase this first. Let's say you have an object here. Okay, seeing from the top, this is the top view. 50 Newton down, 30 Newton here. This is 30 degree. Another one, 20 Newton, 20 degree. I got 3 forces acting on here, acting on this body. Is this a free body diagram? Yes, this is free body diagram, right? Now I'm analyzing the free body diagram. I want to see whether it is balanced or not. And if it's not balanced, where is the resultant force? Okay, the way I solve this, because you got 3 forces, if you do like what we did just now, by adding up the forces using the vector, it would be very difficult. Why? Because you see, I start from here. I join this one. Okay, this one go down 50. I join the 30. 30. I join the 20. The 20, let's say it goes somewhere here. I don't know whether this join to this or not. It could be like there's a resultant force like this. In this case, you get a quadrilateral. You don't get a triangle. Okay. So we cannot use it. We cannot solve it using the triangular rule because you cannot draw a triangle. Right? So there's only one way to solve it. Then we solve it using this method, is we call the resolution method. Okay, I'm not sure if this is coming out in your exam, but this is part of the finding resultant force question. So I figure I just teach you also, just in case. OK， 在找 resultant force 里面哦，这个也是其中一个。OK 啊 ，Now how do I find the resultant force? This one. First is to put it in the Cartesian plane. Here I draw my Cartesian plane. YX. OK, now 把3个 force 放进去，这里是30，放那个 angle 啊，30，然后这里是20、20、50，下面。OK， 现在我们做什么？现在我们是要 resolve 它，我们要把那个 force 哦，把它放去 vertical 还有 horizontal component。那这个很像你的 projectile motion 的 ，OK， 你有 vertical component 还有 horizontal 对吗？我们要把它 break down 去2个 component。Actually, this method is the one that I like the most. Okay, now you see, which one do I break it down? 50, no need, because 50 is already parallel to the y-axis. It's already the vertical component. Okay, 20 and 30, I want to resolve it. Simply because they are not parallel to the xy axis. Let's do the 20 first. Okay, so this is the 20. I draw it like this. I draw it separately here so that you can see. This is 20 degree, right? Where is the horizontal component? This is the horizontal x. Going up is the vertical y. Okay? Horizontal, vertical. So find x. What is x? X would be equals to, you use your saw chart tool. This would be 20 cos 20. Okay? 20 cos 20. Your y would be 20 sine 20. Okay or not? You can see, because this is your angle, right? This is your adjacent, ma. This is your adjacent. This is your opposite. This is your hypotenuse. Okay, so your cos 20 would be equals to x over 20. You move this, then you get x equals to 20 cos 20. Same as this one. Oops. Okay, this one you use sine, right? Sine 20 equals to saw O over 20. So y equals to 20 sine 20. Same as this. If you remember, there's a shortcut, right? Last time I said, if you want to find the horizontal, imagine you bring this one down here. You are moving towards the angle. So you straight away you take the 20 cos the angle. Cos is moving towards. So the horizontal is 20 cos 20. If you want to find the vertical, imagine you bring this, pull it away to the vertical axis. So you are moving away from the angle. So you sine the angle. Okay, you sine the angle. Okay, so 这边我可以写成我这个 force 就没有了咯，变成什么了？变成上面是我的 y 20 sin 20，还有这个去左边20 cos 20，可以吗？我 break down 那个 original force 去2个 component 了 ，original 那个不见了，剩下这个2个。我做同样的 for 30 Newton。Okay, so 30 Newton, 30 Newton. This is 30. Where is the horizontal component? Going to the right, x. Going up, y. X is 30 cos 30. Y is 30 sine 30. Okay, put it in. 30 sine 30, 30 cos 30. Okay, what's next? Wow, it looks so complicated, right? It's not complicated, it's the same thing. You see, same direction forces, you add them up. Different direction, you minus them. Just like you finding net force. 5 Newton here, 10 Newton here. You take the 10 minus the 5, right? So net force will be to the right. You do the same for this. Just that when you simplify, you have to do the vertical forces with the vertical forces, the horizontal with the horizontal. Okay, horizontal with the horizontal. Okay, 我们先找它的 value 出来先。20 cos 20，这个是 18.79， 要擦掉它。18.79 Newton， 30 cos 30。是25.98 Newton， 这个是6.84，然后这个是15 Newton。OK， 6.84跟15两个都是向上是，我把它 combine 一起了，所以是21.84，擦掉它先。21.84 Newton。OK， 现在我 simplify 那种 force， 21走上，然后50是下去哦，这样是下面比较大嘛，对不对？所以剩下的是下面的 force。find the difference 50 minus 21.84， you get 28.16 Newton. And then this one cancel already. Left and right, 25.98. Go to the right, minus the 18.79. So you get right 7.19 Newton. Is there any other? This one already canceled with this one, right? So left only these two. How do you add it? How do you add these two? We did this before, right? This is the very first example. Now all the forces I have simplified into only two vector. How do you add these two vector? Okay, then you do like this, 7.19 add with 28.16. Where is the resultant? Going here from here. Here is your resultant. This is a right angle, so you can just use the Pythagoras. 7.19 square plus square root FR. So you get 29.06 Newton. That is your answer, magnitude of the resultant force. We want to find the angle. Okay, we find the angle here. This angle here. So angle equals to tangent 28.16除以7.19。75.68， 75.68。OK， label 进去那个 diagram。Now， 75.68是从哪里？从那个 horizontal axis 对吗？所以我就画了，我的 FR 是这边，这边是多少？75.68，然后29.06 Newton。Resultant force. This is the final method, last one. When do we use this? When you have multiple forces. When you cannot use the triangle, use this. Notice that this one, I'm doing the, because I want to resolve it into the horizontal and vertical component, right? Then only I can add them up. Okay, question. You guys want extra class? Or you feel like okay already? If you want extra class, then Thursday can do one. Can also. Okay. Uh, who want to attend? If we have extra, I just want to roughly know the attendance 啦。你可以来，你不要来都可以的，看你自己。因为有些我知道有一些人是，可能你 prefer 你自己温习这样子啊，所以是看你自己了。我要大概知道那个 attendance 是多少。如果我们有 extra class 哦，Thursday，然后呃晚上7点这样子，7点到9点，谁要来的啊？谁不要来的啦？给我知道，谁是不要的。哦，OK， so everybody can 啊？OK， then I will announce in the group lah later. The extra class will do some your past test papers. OK，这个我给你们2题了，你们回去试下先。This one done, huh? I give you 2 questions. You try it. Very similar one. Okay, these 2 questions. Find the resultant and find the direction. Oh yeah, I forgot to give the force. Wait, the D and 40. OK，大家你们 check 答案了，然后我们今天到这边先。
拜，老师。
OK，拜拜。OK，拜。